So you have in front of you a chart, and basically this is the system that we use in Kundalini Yoga. So you see there's 7 chakras, and I'm not going to get into too much depth tonight, but what's really interesting with this chart, this is just a fabulous chart, and interestingly enough, I taught a workshop at the Open Center downtown and rented the space years ago with a friend of mine before I was actually here working with the Open Center directly. And this was a chart that she brought to the workshop, and I just think it's fantastic. So if you look down at 1, the first chakra is the base of your spine, right? And each one of the chakras is represented by a different color, different nerve plexi, different glands, different organs. So when we talked about blocks today, certainly if you're dealing with certain things, either illnesses, other things, blockages, this is something we will talk a little bit more about each week. Which sense has to do with which chakra and all that. So, but this is just such a nice comprehensive chart that you have here. So when we come down to the first chakra, well, actually the first 3 chakras. I'm going to try to put this in a nutshell this right now. We'll get more in depth in the next 3 weeks. But the first 3 chakras have to do with really our basic instincts, right? So the first chakra is survival. And so if you have issues around basic survival, things like poverty consciousness, if you have money issues in your life, though Carolyn Mace also says the 3rd chakra is money issues, so they kind of can go up and down. But those first 3 chakras all have to do with how we survive with our basic instincts, right? First one is us, ourselves. So the first chakra, we could say, is just being like part of a tribe, but we're not really connecting. We're just trying to survive. The second chakra, which is where we start to get beyond survival into feeling. And I think the second chakra is a very important chakra, because a lot of people think that our feelings are in our heart, right? We feel in our heart, but they actually originate here. And so a lot of people associate the second chakra and Kundalini Yoga with sexuality only. And so that's not true. This is where we create. Our creative people are usually very strong in the second chakra, and they're usually very passionate about the thing that they create. So that can be writing, painting, acting, creating a child, raising a child, all those things. It's not just that. And so when people say, oh, isn't Kundalini Yoga like the sexual yoga? No, but it's about your life force. And so if your life force, which is considered to be stored at the base of the spine, is not fully relinquished into the body, then we don't have the full vitality for our short period of time that we're here on the earth. So what Kundalini Yoga, and several people have said this, Kundalini Yoga gives you more energy, and you feel more energized after you do it. Yogi Bhajan also introduced us to breath of fire, which takes us up to the 3rd chakra, right at the get-go. So tonight, even to the people that are new to yoga, we will be doing breath of fire. I will introduce it in ways that if you don't get it right away, you can work yourself up to it. But these are all ways to release energy in the body. Okay, so we're going to hold on to the knees and gently start to draw a circle from your waist. If you need to view this, you're welcome to. And then once you've seen it, if you need to see it, you just close your eyes. And again, we can really think of that journey, starting at the base of the spine, which is getting a nice massage now, into the hips, which might be loosening a bit. This is particularly good for your stomach and navel. It's called stomach grind or Sufi grind. So feeling that internal massage. And then maybe feel your heart and your upper back, which is that heart chakra, softening a bit as you rotate around. Relax the shoulders. Relax your face. Relax your breath. And then go the other way. And then we're going to add our beads. We're going to add our seed. And that is to our mind. So as you breathe in, think Sat. And as you breathe out, think Nam. And this is the mantra that plants the seed in your mind, in your consciousness, to connect to the true self, to your true identity, to the higher self. And therefore, those of you who use the word spiritual in this class, I think that would be perhaps part of it. And when you read the Yoga Sutras, which are from Patanjali and not particular to Kundalini, if you read the English translation, at least the ones I've read, true self is scattered throughout the whole book, because that's what yoga is about, getting in touch with that true self, that Satnam. That identity no one can take away. Money comes, money goes. Relationships come, relationships go. Jobs come, they go. But that identity is there, always, like your breath. Now come back to center, inhale. And as you exhale, gently drop your chin forward, but keep the spine lifted. And then inhale, start to roll your head. Relax your jaw, your mouth, your tongue. Good, and now we're working as we breathe through the nose. Inhale, Sat, exhale, Nam. Into the throat chakra, which is incredibly important. There is a healer in the Kundalini Yoga movement who can actually tell what's going on with you just by your voice. Our voice is very important. The word is just so incredibly powerful. We're going to move into the spine flex now, and at the end of the spine flex, I'm going to talk a little more about the breath. So hold on to your ankles or shins, and as you inhale, flex your spine forward, and as you exhale, flex it back. Get used to this movement because we do it a lot in Kundalini, and it's in the set several times. So inhale forward, exhale back, breathing through your nose, and the pacing, the tempo is up to you. When I first started doing Kundalini Yoga in the mid-'80s, everybody went ooper duper fast. And so I made my first video in 1990, and I was all proud, and I sent it out to my sister in California, and she wrote back, and she said, days before email, what is it with this hyper yoga? Because we went so fast. So just go at your own pace. Fast just gets the energy moving more quickly, and that's definitely an option, but it's your choice. Come standing and place your hands over your solar plexus. Some of you know this, but for the people that are new, you need to want to feel this. So remember, we're trying not to breathe up here. This is breath of fire. So as I inhale, moves out, exhale, moves in. It's an equal inhale, exhale, good. And these are voluntary muscles, so I can see if they're moving. I can't tell if you're doing the breath right. So this is up to you. Yeah, it can be a little confusing at first because most of us are chest breathers, which is the opposite, actually. Okay, good. Now inhale and exhale. Great. Does anybody feel like they have a fabulous breath of fire? Nothing like putting you on the spot. Okay. So, what we're going to do now, we're going to have our elbows in. This is going to wake up all your cells tonight. Okay? A lot of people are staying in because of the snow. You are going to move your energy around. So, we're going to do this. You're going to have your elbows into the waist, and you're going to punch out in front strongly. You're not going to be a wimp here. This is warrior yoga. And you're going to jog in place. Breath of fire. There you go. Right? Breathe. Breath of fire, breath of fire. We're going to come on to our hands and knees for cat-cow. So for those who've not done yoga before, you may have even done this in an exercise class somewhere because a lot of times you'll see it. But anyway, if you haven't done it, this is it. Wrists under the shoulders, fingers wide, knees under the hips. As you inhale, your spine moves down, shoulder blades down your back, heart forward. Your eyes are close to that third eye. That's your inhale, head up. Your exhale, the navel comes up towards the spine, and you let the head drop. And so the spine it's really another spine flex, right? Inhale, exhale, sat, nam, sat, nam. Just go at your own pace. If you're feeling pretty warmed up, you're welcome to start to speed it up if you feel like it. But again, it's if you feel like it. Good. Now, inhale your head up, your spine down. Keep the eyes closed, keep the breath in, and focus to the third eye. Hold the breath. Good. As you exhale, sit up on your heels again in rock pose. Back here. Right? Just a little bit more to do. You're going to clasp your fingers behind your head, and you're going to do your last spine flex, and the breath is opposite. So this is the inhale normally, and this is the exhale. It's opposite. So it's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And hopefully you feel that this is particularly good for the heart chakra. So as I speak about the chakras, we think of the chakras as in the front of the body. But we have a front spine and we have a back spine. So the back, the upper back, is also your heart chakra. The lower back is also the navel chakra, right? That's just, it corresponds. Satanama Siriwa Eguru Ekonkara Satanama Siriwa Eguru Ekonkara Satanama Siriwa Eguru Ekonkara Satanama Siriwa. Love to all, light to all, life to all, peace to all. Have a blessed week. I'll see you next week.